Okay, quick tabletop review of the Beretta 92 LTT Elite. LTT is Langdon Tactical. This particular model, 4.7-inch button crowned, or rather crowned barrel, match grade. Also comes with the G decocker, meaning that it's not a safety, it is just a G decocker. So when you press it, it automatically pops back. Anybody that's going to carry a Beretta, I highly recommend that, because while you could get in the habit of flipping that safety up, this just reduces that possible loudest sound in a gunfight, which is click. Obviously, like most Berettas, double action followed by single action. This is just cosmetic. It's taped over the serial number because, you know, that's where we're at nowadays. Very well machined firearm. This one's a little chewed up in the mag well from shooting it in USPSA production matches, for which this is 100% legal right out of the box, and actually a great choice. This particular model has a stainless steel trigger, M9A1 frame, exclusive radiused trigger guard, which anybody that's shot Berettas a fair amount, you'll know that you can tear up your middle finger pretty bad. Stainless steel guy rod, as mentioned. Front serrations as you look at it, as well as blacked out rear fiber optic front sights, which are fantastic for target shooting and any type of competitive shooting. Maybe not ideal for a EDC self-defense scenario because they're not low light sights at all. But that being said, the checkering on this is absolutely fantastic, as you can see on the front strap and the back strap. Very positive grip. Extended magazine release, but it's not so big that you accidentally hit it. Nothing really done to the slide stop, but I love Berettas just where the slide stop is, because me personally, I can drop a magazine and then quickly get to that without moving my firing grip. I can also get to that, and I have medium-sized hands, I say. This particular model is made in, there it is, LTT Elite. This one's made in Gallatin, Tennessee. So this is an American-made one right here in the USA. Overall, first impressions, or not even first impressions, I've shot this pistol a fair amount. It's a great gun for a competition. I probably wouldn't EDC it because it's a little big for that, but you could put a weapon light on it. It would serve a great role as a nightstand gun or something of that sort. Stainless steel barrel, obviously. This one is 9x19, 9mm to most people. As you see, you got that. They get rid of the lanyard hole. It also has a beveled rear part of the slide right here, which is subtle but very nice. Like any Beretta, super sweet action. I mean, like glass. As far as the trigger, outstanding double action trigger pull right out of the box. No staging. There's not very mechanical. There's not a midpoint like in some stock guns where you're like, oh, there's a catch right there. And then as far as the reset, right there, tactile and audible, and then very, very good crisp break. So just real quick, we're going to test this trigger pull, because I know when I watch review videos, I want to know about the trigger, because I'm kind of a trigger whore like that. But if you go 6 pounds, 10 ounces, 6 pounds, 15 ounces, 6 pounds, 4 ounces. So right around the 6 pound mark, I like to do 5. 6 pounds, 9 ounces. 5.4, probably a fluke. That gives us an average of 6 pounds, 5 ounces for double action. Considering that without the D-spring in this, which for those of you that don't know, in this particular hole right here, or a lanyard loop, there is a spring in a stock 92 FS that gives you about a 15 to 16 pound trigger pull. It is a stiff trigger pull. Anybody that's been in the military or used one of these as a service weapon, they know that it is a long first trigger pull, but the single action on Berettas is usually very, very good. As far as a single action on this, let's restart the trigger gauge. 3 pounds, 3 ounces. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. I probably got that a little lower on the trigger, trying to get it in the same spot every time. 2 pounds, 11 ounces. Let's take 2 more rounds. 3 pounds 8 ounces. And the 5th and final one, 3 pounds 3 ounces. So a 2 pound 15 ounce, call it a 3 pound single action trigger. Feels like a little less than that, but that's probably about right. I've done build drills with this particular gun, and when I first started shooting it, I would get probably a build drill in about 2.5, but I could probably get them down a little lower. Very fast firing weapon. Maybe I'll edit in some footage, but I wanted this to be more of a tabletop review, just going over the specs of the firearm. Again, rather large. It's only slightly shorter right here than a standard Beretta 92 F Series. Beretta 92 F Series barrel would come out to about there. This one's chopped down a little bit and has a target crown on it. Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic weapon right out of the box. I'm just more of a CZ guy myself. I have a bunch of Berettas, but when it comes to shooting them in competition, I definitely lean CZ or even a tricked out Glock for carry optics, but that's just me. Forward front serrations, good texture on them. This particular model as well, I neglected to mention, this is an M9A1 frame, and this comes with a Vertex slide that is Cerakoted black, so it does hold up. This thing has had hundreds, if not thousands, of draw strokes, and you could barely see the holster wear on it. But overall, I mean, it's a fantastically made weapon. Again, ambi safety controls, well, decocker controls. So if you're a lefty, you can do that, and you also flip the mag release around. I think where this thing really shines is just the machining and the craftsmanship on it. I mean, the checkering on the front and back strap is second to none. The trigger is very good, although for a $1,200 roughly pistol, I would probably go the shadow route or just pick up a stock CZ and just caging it out. But again, this is me admitting my biases. 18 round Metgar mags. So this particular model shipped with 3 15-round mags. The 18 round Metgars have this slick coating on it that allows you to drop them out and they just shoot right out, so it's great for competition. My one caveat, even though they beveled the mag well, just a CZ P01, SP01, Shadow, anything like that, it'll come with more beveling. And then if you have a Glock and you get real good with it, just because of the angle and the geometry on the actual magazines, I find personally, it could just be I have more trigger time on Glocks, that I'd get a better magazine change and a faster magazine change with less fumbles. As you could see, this one, I mean, I bought this off a buddy, but then I also shot it a fair amount. Clearly there was a bit of inaccuracy on the mag well. But again, solid double action pull, really good single action, and I mean, like all Berettas, it's just got glass-like action. I mean, absolutely smooth and fantastic. As far as breaking it down, a lot of people like to see that. It's like any other Beretta. Just press this button on the side, flip this takedown lever, top slides off. That comes out. And then a little bit like a 1911, you gotta go forward then back. And the barrel. What is cool is if you have other Berettas, and most people know this, but if you have other Berettas, you can kind of mix and match and make a Franken gun. So this thing actually can, I've put this slide on an all stainless steel Inox Beretta I have. And then also, there we go. And then also taking the target crown barrel and put that on the Inox, and that just gives it a different look. But like I said, I mean, I love Berettas for the ergonomics and the just the overall looks of them. I mean, if you're a child of the 80s like I am, you grew up watching guys like John McClane or any Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, they always use Berettas. It's one of the first Wonder Nines. It's a fantastic weapon. Don't get me wrong, my CZ fanboyness is just showing. But overall, just great weapon. If you like the Beretta platform, you're looking to get into USPSA production and don't want to do anything to it, don't want to spend a lot of money, want a weapon that is good to go right out of the box, you could do much worse than this Beretta 92 Elite LTT. Langdon Tactical Edition. They did, as of the filming of this is end of August 2020, they did just come out with a red optic mounting system where you can either buy a gun that's already got a red dot system on top, which is patented by them, because as most of you know with Berettas, you have a lot of parts here with the fire control group that you can't just mill this like you could a CZ or a Glock or something like that and just take material off the top. So even if you had one of these, an older model, you could send it into Langdon Tactical for about $300. They'll mill it for a red dot, and then you could shoot carry optics with it. They do have other options where you can put a dovetail RMR type mount on here. However, a lot of competitive shooting divisions do not allow that. And then also, I would rather have a optic drilled into the frame, or drilled into the slide rather. But that's just me. So yeah, that's it. Beretta 92 Elite Langdon Tactical.